He's getting inducted.
Can you hear me now? Welcome, everybody. My name is Dwayne Thompson. I'm a proud superintendent for Piqua City Schools, and I'm a Piqua High School 1987 graduate, and I could not be more proud to be here tonight amongst more alumni. This started actually in 2019 when some alumni got together and wanted to do something to honor graduates that had gone on to do significant things in their lives. More than that, though, we talked at length about how can we find people that will inspire our future graduates with their future aspirations. So we had it all set. It was ready to go with our first class, and then in March of 2020, the governor shut everything down in the state, and we weren't able to do our first class induction. Last year was still kind of rocky for us, so we didn't want to try to tempt fate. So this year we brought everything back and got a new class in here too, and we're just really proud to have everybody here this evening for this induction. We have people from the class of 1927 all the way to 2003. Here we have businessmen and women. We have people from the entertainment industry. We have some educators. And we have some military and police servicemen. So we're very proud of the class that we have inducted here. We've already spotlighted them quite a bit with our students and within the community, and have received great accolades for the selection this year. I would like to introduce the committee at this time. So these people, would like to thank them for getting this whole process started. They went through the applications, they chose the people, they helped get all of this arranged, and they've done quite a bit of fundraising to try to make all this happen as well. So Nancy Seaver from the class of 1965. Tim and Vicki Reed from the class of 1968. Becky Doak, the class of 1974. Kurt South, the class of 1981. Are we the first class that graduated from here?
Yes.
All right. That's still debatable. We didn't fight over that. Myself, I'm class of 87, and then Emily Schuller, class of 1999. We'll start tonight's program with Cynthia Pearson, our mayor and commissioner from Ward 2. She's going to read a proclamation to everybody. Cindy?
I don't want
This is a proclamation. Whereas Piqua City School District's Alumni of Distinction Committee is recognizing tonight and honoring 10 individuals whom through their achievements inspire present-day kindergarten through 12th grade Piqua students to establish goals for their future. And whereas the Piqua City School District Alumni of Distinction honorees will reinforce and enhance a positive image of the Piqua City schools both inside and outside this district. Whereas the Alumni of Distinction Committee strives to foster an increased sense of pride among students, faculty, staff, alumni, and residents of our community. And whereas recipients are selected based on any or all of the following criteria. 1, significant achievements while a student at Piqua City Schools. 2, achievements in vocational pursuits. 3, outstanding contributions in community and/or government. 4, meritorious recognition for actions taken. And 5, significant philanthropic involvement. Now, therefore, it is with pleasure this evening, September 30th, 2022, to recognize those 10 individuals who have honored the past to inspire the future. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the city of Piqua, Ohio, this 30th day of September 2022. Cynthia J Pearson, Mayor.
Thank you, Cindy. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce the people that will introduce our honorees. Would like to take a moment, though, just to recognize one person. Gordon Wise, it was a outstanding community member in our community. He's done so much for our district and our community. He didn't graduate from Piqua, but you never would have known that. He was so integrated in every fabric. He was one of the people that nominated Cliff Alexander, and I got to spend some time with him at length before he wrote that out, and his admiration for Cliff is tremendous, like most people, and just a great person. So his service will be tomorrow, and I just want to take a moment of silence to honor him, if you would. Thank you. And while we think about him, think yourselves too about nominating people in the future. I believe we have some applications out. Did we get those out, Emily?
Yes, I'll bring them in.
They're on our website. Now that you've been through this process and you kind of see what it's about, I hope that you think of some fellow classmates or people that you know that are graduates of Piqua that can really inspire our future generation. So please consider that as well. We have two students, speaking of being inspired, that are here tonight that are going to read the introductions. The first one is Brenna Thompson. Brenna is here this evening because she nominated one of the people, and I don't want to steal her thunder, but she fell in love with a television show that happened to do with one of our graduates, and she said, I got to get this person nominated. So she's going to read his biography. And then we have Maren Funderburg, another student who is going to read the rest of the inductions tonight. So girls, if you'll come forward so everybody can see you. A little something for each of you, just for being here tonight. Here Sunday being honored. So Brenna, we're going to start with you. And the first person, just talk right now.
Brad Beaker is a 1989 graduate of Piqua High School. He attended the University of Michigan and graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering before he discovered the thrill of filmmaking. Brad then attended the American Film Institute and received an MFA in directing. He started his career as an editor for Ryan Murphy, cutting projects such as Nip/Tuck, Glee, American Horror Story, and The New Normal, as well as the feature Eat, Pray, Love. The Glee episode, Never Been Kissed, was Brad's directing debut. It was a big episode for the series, revealing that Karowski, the school bully, was actually gay, and also served as the introduction of Darren Criss' character Blaine. Brad went on to direct 21 episodes of Glee and do 9 seasons of American Horror Story as a producer/director. Brad directed the 9/11 pilot for Fox and 911 Lone Star pilot. He currently serves as an executive producer on 911 and the producing director on 911 Lone Star. He's produced over 400 hours of television and directed over 70 hours. He was also a co-producer on The Last Full Measure, the story of a local hero, William H. Pitzenbarger. He has been nominated for 9 Primetime Emmys and is happily married to his wife, Robin. They have 3 children, Bo, Jane, and Samantha. Brad was nominated by me. Glee is one of my most favorite shows. The main theme is all about being yourself. Being musical or loving music isn't weird or lame. It's who we are and we should all embrace it. I think everyone should watch Glee. Brad's work will continue to inspire others and myself to chase their dreams. Please help me congratulate Brad Beaker.
Come on, director, find out where the float is. Thank you.
This is for William Alexander. Mr. Alexander began his 45-year-long teaching career at the age of 20 in a one-room school in 1930. In 1941, he began teaching at Piqua schools. World War II moved him from teaching to a draftsman position at the Piqua Lear Avia plant, where he helped design small motors for B-24 aircraft in 1943. He returned to teaching in Piqua in 1948, where he taught at Bennett, Wilder, and Piqua Central High School during the day and at college at night until he retired in 1977. Mr. Alexander worked his way through the college at night due to financial hardships, taking 8 years total to earn his degree from Miami University. Because of this, he cared deeply about helping students with their own education. He offered extra tutoring to those throughout his career and a number of student groups and activities. Even after retiring, Mr. Alexander helped students earn their GED. Until his death, he was informally teaching, tutoring, and encouraging, and using home care and assistive aids with his characteristic humor, fairness, and discipline. Mr. Alexander will always be remembered for his dedication to education and motivating the youth of Piqua to work hard, study hard, and pursue excellence in education. He was nominated by his two sons, James and Richard Alexander. Receiving the award on his behalf is Chuck and Rob Alexander. Their family is honored and proud of William M. Alexander for being selected as an honoree. Please give them a round of applause.
Good, Mom.
Picture taken.
With me?
Yeah.
I don't have Thank you.
All right, this is for Cliff Alexander. Cliff Alexander was born and raised in Piqua. He is a 1952 Piqua Central High School graduate. Cliff married his wife Joyce in 1957 and raised his family in Piqua. He's the founder of Craig's Corporation here in Piqua. His business continues to be a supporter of all things Piqua. Cliff is instrumental in making the city of Piqua a better place to live, work, and play. Cliff's awareness of the needs of Piqua and his quick response to those needs have been instrumental in making things happen in Piqua. To name a few, the passing of the bond issue and to finance the Piqua High School, the building we are in now, and Alexander Stadium. Cliff has been involved in many boards, committees, and nonprofit organizations. He has received the Piqua Area Chambers of Commerce Order of George, Friends of the School Award, and the Salvation Army Others Award, and many of those over the past few years. His leadership and community mindfulness have been vast for many years. In his nominator's words, the career services and achievements of this 1952 graduate of Piqua Central High School are so numerous and so profound and have such an impact on the city of his birth for so many years. He has a never-ending commitment to making things happen and for his community and alma mater. Please give Cliff Alexander a round of applause.
I am so proud to present you this award.
Well, thanks so much.
Thank you for what you've done for the community. God bless you.
Thank you.
Where is she? Okay. Okay.
Got a good woman behind you.
All right, this is for Terry Hemmer. Miss Hemmer's story is one of a young Piqua girl with a dream that goes into the world with a never-give-up attitude and excels in her career while giving back significantly to others. As a result, she overcame barriers and found a place in her heart to give back in significant ways. Forging her own path to become a radio DJ, she began her professional broadcasting career in 1970 at WGLD Chicago. Later, she moved to WXRT, where she ultimately became Chicago's first female morning drive personality in 1981. A strong humanitarian and activist, Hemmert served on the board of directors for the Peace Museum, volunteered for the AIDS Pastoral Care Network, and has created music education programs in partnership with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. She also serves on the advisory board of Elmhurst College Station, WSRSE. Miss Hemmert's fans may know her best from her highly successful Breakfast with the Beatles radio program. Terry Hemmert was inducted in the National Radio Hall of Fame in 2010. Currently, she is teaching classes on the roots of rap, women in music, classical music influence on rock and soul, and other musical topics. Terry continues to inspire the next generation of music lovers. Please help us congratulate Terry Hemmert with a round of applause.
I know you. We go way back.
Yeah.
Okay, where is she? Oh, there. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
This is for Richard Donnelly. Richard Donnelly is a 1969 Piqua High School graduate. He is a U.S. Navy veteran who served from 1969 to 1973 as a communication tech and a Navy medic. His extensive duties took him all over the world. Upon discharge, he attended The Ohio State University. After college, he worked several jobs and ended up at the city of Piqua as a traffic control technician. He retired after 30 years of deployment. Rich is currently enjoying retirement while remaining very active in the Piqua community. Rich inspires students every day by his work ethic and make it happen attitude. Rich was very instrumental in the making of many projects to happen in Piqua. To name a few, the football stadium, scoreboard, and video board project, Veterans Wall located at PHS, Garden Tribe Schoolyard Garden, Parents and Teachers, Summer Feeding Program at the Music Warehouse. One project that is dear to his heart is the skateboard park located at Pittsburgh Park. Rich was instrumental in planning, architecture, and development, and funding the project. Kids love the park, and there's a lot of Piqua youth that visit the park weekly. These kids have stated, "I wouldn't know what to do if I hadn't had the park." Rich was nominated by Kimberly Montiash. In her words, Rich epitomizes what's best about Piqua High School graduate. He's generous, a mentor, and a giving spirit, and all of the above loves Piqua and its future and its youth. Kimberly stated that she was not by a student. He stated, "I would not still be here if I didn't have the skate park to look forward to." Please give Richard Donnelly a huge round of applause.
We go way back too.
Oh, yeah. Long way. Well, thank you.
This is for Steve Staley. Mr. Staley has been a successful businessman in the Piqua community for many years. Success can be defined in a number of ways, but with Mr. Staley, one important way is to describe his success through his time, dedication to the community, and his efforts to give to others. Always working behind the scenes and never putting himself out front earned Mr. Staley the honor of Piqua's Order of George in 2000. Mr. Staley outreach has impacted the school district, YMCA, churches, hospital, library, sports, and music programs, foundations, the United Way, and many other local organizations. Citizens from all ages and backgrounds have been impacted by Mr. Staley's contributions. Mr. Staley has been in the insurance business for 44 years and has recently retired from Coverman Stanley Pearson Insurance. Steve remains very active in the community. In his nominator's words, Steve is a vital part of Piqua community. Thank you for your dedication to Piqua and its citizens. Please help us congratulate Steve Stanley.
Steve, do they know you retired?
This is for Sammy Jones. Sammy Jones was born and raised in Piqua. She is a 1978 Piqua Central High School graduate. Sammy taught at Piqua City Schools for more than 30 years. Sammy has always had the belief in the good in everyone she's interacted with. Mrs. Jones believed that every child has the right to an equal education. Students loved and respected her as a teacher. Her classroom was always decked out in a bear theme. It was like you were greeted with a bear hug every time you walked into her classroom. You always felt welcome. Peers described her as caring, loving, and most of all funny. She could make you smile in a drop of a hat. Her peers voted her on Tuesday of Teacher of the Year. In an acceptance speech, she said, "I can only hope that I, as a teacher, am giving to my students what my teacher gave to me, a chance to grow and learn in a loving and caring atmosphere where individualism is truly accepted as well as encouraged." Those that knew Mrs. Jones can confirm she did just that. Sandy was nominated by Rick Jones. In his words, all are thankful for her. She was always Piqua proud. Rick is receiving the award on her behalf. May I please have a round of applause?
Good to see you.
This is for Amanda Baker. Amanda Jane Baker grew up here in Piqua. She's the youngest of 6 children. She enjoyed her high school years and was voted 2002 Homecoming Queen and loved by many for her compassion, personality, and heart. In 2003, she graduated from PHS and continued on to Bradford School, graduating with an associate's degree as the first in her family attending college. She continued with her medical certification and externship in family medicine to become a certified medical assistant in 2004. Amanda started her career in podiatry field and followed as a practitioner to launch her own practice in 2008, where she had continued to work side by side with her assisting in developing the practice with her almost 15 years later. At 14 years old, Amanda began working for a locally owned restaurant, BK Root Beer Stand, owned by John and Nancy Frome. She continued to work there throughout her career and time at school, including Bradford, and even during her career in podiatry. In 2007, she married her high school sweetheart, Travis, and they welcomed their son, Hunter, who is now 12 years old. In 2017, a lifelong dream she had never anticipated as a reality became just that, when they bought BK Root Beer Stand and continued to thrive in their full-time careers as well. Since then, they supported and sponsored numerous local sports teams, 4-H club, poker runs, and people in their family in need, as well as local charity. Most recently, Amanda has become the vice president of Miami East Athletic Boosters, where all her son attends, and is serving on the Miami East Little League Football Board member, where she volunteers to run the concession stand. She enjoys the time with her family and with their 3 dogs, going to Norris Lake, reading, and traveling whenever possible. Her pride and joy is watching Hunter do anything he enjoys. Go Indians! Amanda was nominated by Nancy Frome. In her words, Amanda is loyal, kind, dependable, and giving. She is very deserving of this award. Please give a round of applause for Amanda Baker. Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox is a 1968 graduate of Piqua Central High School. Wayne served as a police officer for the city of Piqua from 1972 through 2008. He served as a police officer, sergeant, lieutenant, and deputy chief, and retired in 2008 as the 7th City of Piqua police chief. During that career, he was responsible for many innovations, such as the international accreditation, the creation of a multi-jurisdictional tactile team, and a drug task force, the creation of the neighborhood associations in Piqua, and was acknowledged a leader of the utilization of technology by the police. When he retired in 2008, he was the longest-serving police officer in the history of the department. Wayne was very active in the community. He was a member of the Rotary and served on various community committees and boards, including the Crime Stoppers Board. Mr. Wilcox was unable to attend. Please give Wayne Wilcox a round of applause. And finally, James P. Wisecup. Bill was born in Piqua, and after moving around some, returned for high school and graduated from Piqua Central in 1973. After graduating from the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, Bill was on active duty in the U.S. Navy for 36 years as a surface line officer, deploying as many times overseas. His last seagoing command was a carrier strike group, and his commander embarked in the USS Ronald Reagan, CVN 76. He is fluent in French and studied in France as an Olmsted Scholar at the University of Strasbourg. shore tours in San Diego, NATO HQ in Brussels, Belgium, and the Pentagon, and the director of the White House Situation Room. His assignments as Admiral were as Commander, Naval Forces Korea and Seoul, Carrier Strike Group 7, President of the U.S. Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, and Naval Inspector General. He was the last officer nominated by Annapolis Representative William McCulloch of Piqua. Bill left active duty in 2013 and was appointed Executive Director of the CNO Strategic Studies Group in Newport until 2017, when he left for Bismarck, North Dakota, where he lives today with his spouse, Ann. There he was Vice Chancellor for Strategy and Strategic Engagement for the North Dakota University System until he retired in 2020. Bill and Ann have 5 grandchildren. Thank you for your service, Admiral James P. Wisecup. Round of applause. Accepting his award on his behalf is Tom Hudson.
Thank you, Mary. Can we give her a round of applause? The band's getting ready to head over to the stadium, and she's the drum major, so she's heading to we appreciate the student involvement tonight. We're going to get pictures in just a minute. My parting words are, remember the best times of your high school. Go to the football game tonight. Absorb the energy those students are going to have tonight because it's homecoming week, and it's just been a really, really fun week. Those kids are just really going to have a good time tonight. So reminisce, enjoy that, and really just have a fun time tonight. I hope you really enjoy it. Congratulations once again. And where's Emily? Emily, can we give Emily a round of applause? Emily, how would you like to organize? Let me give you the mic.
Okay.